Are you sure you are ready to marry our son like this? This one is too lazy to become our wife. She looks like those girls who never enter the kitchen. You mean those lazy girls on TikTok? This one is far from a wife material. You are right, she is a bad market.
Hey there, lovebirds and curious souls. Welcome to Things We Do for Love, where we spill the tea on the wild, crazy, and downright unbelievable things people do in the name of love. And yes, some of it will make you go, what? So hit that subscribe button and join the chaos. I agreed to follow Toby to Ekiti for Christmas because I honestly believed we were building something serious. In Lagos, when a man says, "You'll meet my family," it's not small talk. That sentence has weight. It means intention. It means movement. It means you are no longer just vibes. You are being inspected for future relevance. In my head, I had already rehearsed the role. I would be respectful but not desperate, helpful but not doing too much. I would greet properly, kneel small, smile well, and laugh at jokes that were not funny. I packed my bag like a responsible Nigerian girlfriend with marriage on her mind. Long skirts, covered tops, flat slippers. I even reduced makeup. I said, let me go and behave like future Mrs. Somebody. Toby sold his family to me like premium real estate. He said they were traditional but loving. He said his mom was kind, his aunties were just outspoken. Don't worry, he said, once they like you, everything will be fine. I believed him because love will make you ignore red flags and call them decorations. The journey from Lagos to Ekiti was long, hot, and uncomfortable, but I didn't complain. I leaned on Toby and imagined Christmas rice, laughter, family bonding, and those aunties that ask, "So when is the wedding?" I imagined going back to Lagos glowing, feeling chosen. The moment we entered the compound, my spirit whispered, Nobody said welcome properly. They just looked at me. Long looks, calculating looks. One auntie adjusted her wrapper and looked me up and down like she was pricing yam in the market. She didn't smile, she didn't greet, she just nodded like, "So, this is the one?" Toby's mom hugged me briefly, very brief, and said, "You are welcome." Another auntie muttered, "So, this is her." I smiled, but inside, my village people were holding emergency meeting. That night, as I lay on the thin mattress in Toby's childhood room, I felt uneasy. I tried to blame village atmosphere. I tried to blame overthinking. I told myself, "Dami, calm down. This is just how village people are." I slept. I shouldn't have. The knock was violent, urgent, unforgiving. I woke up confused, my heart racing. For a split second, I thought something terrible had happened. Fire? Thieves? Emergency? Before I could even sit up, the door opened. "Damilola, wake up!" It was one of Toby's aunties, fully dressed, wrapper tight, face hard, no greeting, no explanation. "Women wake up early in this house. You want to marry here and be sleeping?" That was how I learned this was not a visit. It was a test. By 5 a.m., a broom was pressed into my hand. I swept the compound while darkness still hugged the sky. My sleep-deprived mind struggled to process what was happening. Nobody explained. Nobody assisted. They watched. Next came plates, many plates. Plates that looked like they had stories. Plates that had seen weddings, funerals, naming ceremonies, and unresolved grudges. I washed them all. Then came cleaning. Corners, verandas, places that didn't look like they were normally cleaned but suddenly mattered because I was there. By 6 a.m., they brought out the mortar. Pound yam. I stared at it. The pesto was almost my height. My arms already ached. I wanted to laugh, to ask if this was a joke. Nobody smiled. As I struggled, my thoughts screamed, is this what marriage looks like? Is this love? I looked around for Toby. He passed by, chewing groundnuts. Try harder, he said casually. Something cracked quietly inside me. By the time breakfast was announced that first morning, my body was already operating on vibes and survival instincts. My hands were shaking, not the cute kind, but the generator that is about to die kind. My arms felt like somebody borrowed them overnight and returned them with interest. I sat down quietly because apparently in this house, silence was part of the curriculum. Everyone gathered around the table like nothing had happened, like no human being had been woken from sleep before cock crow to prove her worth. Plates were served, conversations flowed, laughter even happened. I watched everybody eat while my body was still in shock, and that was when it hit me. This suffering was not accidental, it was scheduled. Toby's mom looked at me and smiled. Not a warm smile, the kind of smile lecturers give you when you enter exam hall late. She's learning, she said proudly. A good wife does not complain. Learning what exactly, ma? How to disappear quietly? How to endure without blinking? How to convert pain into respect? I nodded and smiled because apparently that was the correct response. Inside my head, my thoughts were doing backflips. So this is the standard. Silence equals goodness. Endurance equals value. If you complain, you are useless. I thought about my mother. I thought about how she raised me to be independent, educated, and vocal. I wondered how all of that suddenly became irrelevant because I was visiting a man's family. After breakfast, I thought maybe things would ease up. After all, it was Christmas period. People are supposed to be soft, right? Wrong. By mid-morning, another auntie appeared with fresh instructions. Damilola, come. No please, no explanation. I followed her like somebody that didn't want to add trouble to trouble. I was handed a pile of clothes. Wash. I looked at the clothes. Male clothes, female clothes, big clothes, small clothes, clothes that did not belong to me, clothes that even Toby might not recognize. I wanted to ask, why me? I didn't. I washed. As I scrubbed, my thoughts got louder. Is this how marriage starts? Is this the future I'm auditioning for? Because at that point, it was clear this wasn't about helping out. It was about testing how much disrespect I could swallow without choking. Then came the comments. One auntie looked at me and clicked her tongue. This one is too slim. Another added, marriage would toughen her. Marriage as correctional facility. Marriage as gym. Marriage as punishment. I laughed weakly because what else could I do? Inside, I was thinking, why is suffering being marketed like character development? By afternoon, my energy was finished, completely finished. My body was present, but my spirit had logged out. I sat quietly on a bench, staring into space when Toby finally came around. I looked at him and felt a strange distance. This was the man I loved, the man I thought would protect me, the man who brought me here. I told him gently, I'm tired. He sighed, not with concern, with irritation. That sigh alone told me plenty.
No, I didn't mean it.
Babe,
like
just
that.
endure. That's how they know you are wife material. Wife material. That phrase landed heavy. So, love now comes with endurance tests? So, partnership is proven through pain? I asked him quietly, is this how it's supposed to be? He laughed, actually laughed. You're overthinking it. This is normal. My mom went through it. My aunties went through it. So generational suffering is now tradition. I asked him, so what about you? He looked genuinely
No, I didn't
confused.
mean it
Me how?
that.
Don't you help? Don't you wake early? Don't you do housework?
You have to
He
endure.
laughed again.
Men don't do
Men
house
don't
jobs,
do
yeah.
housework. That was when something inside me went quiet. Not angry quiet, clear quiet. The kind of quiet that comes when your heart finally understands what your mind has been avoiding. In that moment, I saw my future clearly. I saw myself tired, unheard, constantly proving, constantly enduring. I saw Toby sitting comfortably while life happened to me. I saw myself explaining away pain because that's how it's done. And I knew I couldn't unsee it. That evening, as I lay on the mattress again, sleep refused to come. My body ached, but my mind was louder. I replayed every moment, every comment, every look, every instruction. I realized something painful but important. Nobody here was curious about who I was. Not my dreams, not my career, not my heart. They were only interested in how much I could carry. And Toby was okay with that. That hurt more than the work. Because when a man truly loves you, he doesn't present you for inspection. He doesn't sit back while you are being broken in the name of tradition. He doesn't call your suffering normal. I didn't cry. I just felt awake. For the first time since arriving in Ekiti, I wasn't confused anymore. I knew this place was not my home, and this man was not my husband. That afternoon, the compound was unusually quiet. After food, everybody slept. The kind of deep village sleep that comes after heavy swallowing and a life of no deadlines. The house fell into that thick silence where even the chickens seemed to tiptoe. I sat alone on a wooden bench near the veranda, staring at nothing in particular, my body finally resting but my mind refusing to shut down. That was when the realization arrived, not as panic, not as tears, but as clarity. It landed gently at first, then heavy, like thunder you hear from afar before it shakes the ground. I started replaying everything from the moment I arrived. The looks, the silence, the 4:32 a.m. knock, the broom, the mortar, the way nobody, not once, asked if I was tired, the way everybody assumed my role without discussion, the way Toby watched it all like a neutral observer, not a partner. And suddenly, a question formed clearly in my mind. If this is how they treat me when I'm still a guest, what will marriage look like? That question alone wiped away every excuse I had been making. I had tried to tell myself they were just traditional. I had tried to tell myself it was culture. I had tried to tell myself I needed to be patient. But culture is not cruelty. Tradition is not humiliation. And patience is not self-erasure. I realized something painful. This family did not see me as a person. They saw me as a role waiting to be filled, a body to absorb labor, a woman whose value would be measured by how much inconvenience she could survive quietly. And the most painful part, Toby agreed with them. He didn't argue, he didn't question, he didn't protect, he endorsed it. In his mind, I wasn't being mistreated, I was being prepared. That was when I understood that the problem wasn't just the family, the problem was the man. Because a man who truly wants to marry you
does not sit back while your soul is being tested like an exam paper. He does not watch quietly as you bend over backward to prove you are worthy. He does not shrug and call abuse tradition or preparation. He lifts, supports, protects, and argues for you when the system wants to break you. And Toby, he wasn't doing any of that. He was comfortable, too comfortable, like he was enjoying a free show, starring me as the main act in how to become wife material in Ekiti. I stood up slowly, feeling every ache in my body, but with a new energy. Energy that was quiet but powerful. My spine felt straighter, my mind felt sharper. I had decided, and decisions once made have a weight that no one can lift from you. I walked toward my room, each step echoing softly on the compound floor.
I thought of my bag waiting to be packed. I thought of the letter I would write. I would not scream. I would not fight. I would not argue. I would simply leave. And I would leave with my dignity intact, my clarity unshaken, and my heart stronger for the choice. As I sat down on the bed, I pulled out a sheet of paper. I took my pen and started writing, each word sharp, deliberate, unyielding.
Dear Toby, I came to Ekiti hoping to meet your family, to share warmth, love, and the possibility of a future together. I came with hope. Instead, I found a house where a woman's value is measured by how much she can endure without complaint, how much labor she can perform to earn validation, and how much silence she can maintain under pressure. I have observed your family's way, and I have watched you. You did not intervene, you did not argue, you did not protect. In your mind, I was being prepared. In reality, I was being measured, tested, and reduced. I am not wife material for a system that equates endurance with worth. I am not here to disappear, to apologize for fatigue, or to be broken into someone else's definition of compliance. I want partnership. I want love that doesn't require suffering. I want a man who shares burdens, not one who measures my sweat as proof of devotion. I leave this house and you behind. I do so with my dignity, my spirit, and my sanity intact. Find someone who wants early mornings, unending chores, and silence as their love language. I do not. I put the letter on the bed, grabbed my bag, and quietly left. Not a sound, not a goodbye, not even a glance back. I mounted the Okada waiting outside, feeling the wind hit my face as if it were clearing my thoughts. Every bump on the road shook away the exhaustion. Every turn felt like reclaiming a piece of myself. As the town shrank behind me, I whispered, "This is freedom. This is wisdom. This is me choosing myself unapologetically." And for the first time in days, I smiled without restraint.
Final thoughts for every girlfriend aspiring to be a wife. If visiting his family feels like a test, a trial, or a punishment, run. Marriage is teamwork, not endurance sports. Love should make you feel chosen, not used. And any man who calls your suffering tradition will call your silence respect later. Choose wisely. Your future self is watching. Stories like this deserve to be heard. Like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And stay connected for more unforgettable stories on things we do for love.